Today's project here at Timberparts, we have this differential out of a 1510G. Said it was making noise in reverse, but not going forward. So only noise in one direction. But it seems to me like there's a fair bit of noise going on in here. A lot of backlash and pinion. So have a little look over it. Well, this side is your diff lock side here. Looks okay there. On this side, we seem to be missing a bearing. So we're going to get you set up here and tear this down. We're going to have a look inside and see what we can see. All right, we're going to get these two side bolts out, holding the side cover on. Oh yes, there we go. We got some nice destruction on this one. So, casings wore into the back of the ring gear bolts. Always nice when the crumbs are falling out the bottom. Oh, she's good and stuck. It's my German word for the day. Good and stuck. Don't think there's going to be a whole lot to save on this one, guys. Looks like we're pulling this cover off as well. Sometimes the dowel pins like to stick in the case here. So, yeah, so that dowel pin's actually going to be stuck in the cover. So it's going to come right out in the cover here in a second. All right, more destruction for you. Everybody loves the destruction videos. Look at that. Some nice stuff right there. It's what used to remain of bearings and shims. So yeah, ring gear hadn't got a whole lot of teeth left on it. Pinion's pretty near gone. The reason it's coming out so hard is because the actual end of the pinion has chewed into the ring gear bad enough that it expanded it bigger. So it's got to roll all those teeth down in order to fit out of the case right now. Looking like even the casing's going to be bad on this one. All right, so we're going to plan B here. Plan B, we're going to take the 24mm bolts out and we're going to leave the ring gear in the case so we can have a look at the spider assembly. So I'm just going to take it for a spin here. We'll show you in the inside what I was talking about earlier about the teeth being stuck in. We can see it's chewed into the case all the way around. So that ring gear is now stuck inside of the case. So salvageable stuff on this one, not going to be very much at all. So we have a ruined case, side cover's ruined. Pretty much we might be able to save some of this side cover over here, but it's probably the extent of it. Just to show you guys how these work, I'm going to actually open up this, we call it a spider assembly or spider cage assembly. I'm sure everybody's got a different name for it. So in here would be your diff lock. If you were to have your diff lock, this is your second set of teeth. There's your first set of teeth there. They lock in, that goes on your axle shaft, so that'll actually lock your diff. And then we'll check the side gears. We're going to check the spider gears and see what we're going to find here. These bearings, I always find it easier, instead of trying to get these bolts out from underneath the edge of that, I just go ahead and clip the cage on it, and then I can get right in there to take that off pretty quickly. Normally you're changing the bearing anyways, so put the cage, and then give it a pull. And actually on this one means I have a shim underneath of it, so we actually can't get the bolts out without taking the bearing all the way off. You have to go ahead and pull that off right now. Whether we heat it up a little bit, not too worried about this one because I know there's going to be nothing good on the inside of it, so I'll probably just grab the air hammer here and just knock it off. Okay, so air hammer, not the proper tool, but I find it works well. Just if you are going to do it, make sure you do have some sort of a safety mask on or a plexiglass shield or something, because when these bearings break the edges off, they seem to go flying. Or don't aim them at your buddy that's working across the shop, or else he might lose an eye. So there's a shim here as well, so keep that, measure it, we can reuse it. All right, now we're into the cage, my favorite part. So if you ever have a low oil situation in your differential, whether you got a pinion seal leaking or various other reasons, if your differential has got low oil, I can almost guarantee you that damage has been done to the brass spider shims, I guess you could call them. And I'm going to show you where they are inside of this differential. For this, you're going to need a 10mm socket. I know what you're thinking, chrome socket, impact gun, it's okay. And if you're wondering why these bolts come out so hard, they use blue Loctite on them from factory, so just watch for that. Now we can crack open the shell here and we get to see this for the first time together. It's lovely, you can't smell it through the video, but it smells delicious here right now. Those that know the smell of burnt 80/90 know exactly the smell I'm talking about. All right, here we go. So, cage has got some serious wear in there. There is the one of the side gears, and obviously lack of oil took care of that. Brass washer actually is still there. Not going to be reused. Spiders, of course. This is your spider gear assembly. You have those, remember those 4 brass washers I was talking about? They sit on there, all 4 corners. Believe it or not, they are still there. I mean, they're obviously very grooved and very worn, being embedded with metal. The unfortunate part is when these embed with metal, they transfer onto the casing itself, and they'll scratch and gouge the casing to a point where we have to replace this, the casing as well, to be able to get the proper lash on the gears. So yeah, everything in here is kind of exactly what I expected. Garbage. So as you can see, casing's wore on the bottom, and of course we had to replace it anyways because where the bearing sat is now probably a 1/4 inch smaller in diameter. Saying all of that, this differential is really not even worth rebuilding. This would be one that we would scrap out and maybe save a few pieces here and there and build a new one. The casing's bad, so right away that gets rid of it off to build. So, all right, last piece for you. Even though I don't need to do it, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and knock that ring gear out for you guys because I'm sure somebody on there is going to want to see it. So I'm going to give it a couple of taps from behind here. Hopefully it can come out of here. It's going to take some persuasion. Coming over to knock this out. Had to go get Bertha, so we'll give her a couple smacks here and see if she moves. Doesn't look like it's moving. I'm actually going to see if I can knock it through the opposite direction. It's a whole bigger hole on the other side. Now that we got the cage out of the way, might allow it to slip through. Still not feeling out real great about it. We're almost there. Hey, there you go. All right, so what we're looking at here, if we look real close at the point, you'll see it's filed right down to a really sharp point. Obviously it accelerated the wear with all the debris inside of it, but you know, it's all junk, everything. So I would say I'd say we found the noise. Very unfortunate, but we can see it grooved the case, or right through the edge of the case in several spots. So